concerning the general status of health facilities in Bomet County. The honorable member stated that the same had been necessitated by the recent instances of the loss of lives in the county health facilities, including but not limited to the loss of one Ms. Damaris while giving birth at Cheptalal Sub-County Hospital. I think this statement has been in the Office of Committee on Health and Sanitation, and I think they're ready with the answer. Kindly, Honorable Vice Chair, take the floor.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I'm rising to give a response in the statement sought by Honorable Ernest. Question 1. The statement medication condition that necessitated the referral. The deceased was a 20-year-old female admitted to Cheptala Level 3B Sub-County Hospital on 25th November 2024 in stable condition with complaints of labor pain. Upon examination, she was found to be in the latent phase of labor. She progressed well and delivered in a live male infant at 5 a.m. on 26 November 2024. Scores of 8/1, 9/5, and 10/10, indicating the baby was alive and well. The baby weight was 3,300 grams, and the placenta and membranes were fully expelled. However, the patient developed excessive postpartum hemoglobin due to an atonic uterus. Immediately, management included azithromycin 40 IU infusion. By 8 a.m., the bleeding had subsided and the uterus was well contracted. The patient was stable at this point. At 10:30 a.m., the clinical officer on duty noted the patient was pale and weak. Lab results revealed a hemoglobin level of 8.3 grams, platelets of 206, 10 grams, and white blood cells of 665.0. Treated with IV and metronidazole was initiated. At 11 a.m., vital signs showed a blood pressure of 106/62 and oxygen saturation of 88%, prompting the initial of oxygen therapy via a concentrator. By 11:30 a.m., our oxygen saturation dropped to 72%, and the oxygen source was switched to a cylinder. The ambulance coordinator was informed for urgent referral. The ambulance was engaged in another assignment at the time. Specifically, it was tasked with transportation a patient from Longisa County Referral Hospital to AGC Tenwek Hospital. At 12 p.m., her oxygen saturation improved to 94%, but the ambulance was still en route. Unfortunately, at 2 p.m., while awaiting the ambulance, the patient condition deteriorated and she began gasping for air. Resuscitation was attempted for 20 minutes but was unsuccessful. The patient was certified dead at 2 p.m. Question 2. Measures the hospital has implemented to expedite referral cases. To address the challenges identified and prevent future occurrence, the hospital has implemented several measures. These include improving ambulance services through regular maintenance and ensuring the vehicle is always fuel and ready for emergencies. The facility has also been authorized to conduct blood transfusion, and a bank blood has been established to ensure the availability of blood and blood products. Additionally, healthcare workers are receiving regular training on obstetric emergencies, including postpartum through continuous medical education. The maternal and perinatal death surveillance and response committee has also been activated to monitor and respond to such incidents effectively. In addition, the county has taken significant steps to strengthen the capacity of Cheptala Level 3B Sub-County Hospital by posting a family physician, consultant, and obstetricians and gynecologists to support the facility on a consultative basis. This development marks a critical enhancement in the hospital's ability to manage complex maternal and general health cases, particularly in emergencies. The presence of these specialists provides the hospital with access to advanced clinical expertise, which is essential for improving patient outcomes and reducing maternal mortality rates. Question 3. Inquiry reports on the alleged negligence of the personnel involved. An internal inquiry was conducted to assess the handling of the case. The findings revealed that the health care workers involved provided timely and appropriate interventions, include IV fluids, medication, and oxygen therapy to stabilize the patient. The staff acted within their professional capacity and followed standard protocols for managing postpartum hemoglobin. Question 4. A pathology report on the cause of death. A pathology report to determine the exact cause of death could not be obtained because the family declined to consent to a postmortem examination. This decision, while respected by the hospital, posed a significant challenge in conclusively establishing the underlying medical factors that contributed to the patient's demise. In such situations, the hospital adhere to ethical guidelines that provide the wishes and rights of the bereaved family while striving to balance the need for medical accountability. Postmortem examinations are critical in maternal death cases, as they provide detailed insights into the physical and pathological process that may have led to the for identifying gaps in care, improving clinical protocol, and preventing similar incidents in the future. In this instance, the absence of a pathology report limits the ability to ascertain whether there was additional contribution factors such as undiagnosed medical condition, complication related to postmortem, or other systemic issues that may have exacerbated the patient condition. The hospital may to explain the importance of a postmortem examination to the family, emphasizing that the findings will not only help clarify the cause of death, but also contribute to improving maternal health services for other women in the community. Question 5. The operational and professional efficiency of the hospital personnel at the Cheptala Sub-County Hospital. The operational and professional efficiency of the hospital personnel at the Cheptalal Level 3B Sub-County Hospital has been a key focus on the facility administration to ensure the delivery of high-quality healthcare services. The staff involved in the recent maternal death incident were all qualified professionals with valid practicing license, demonstrating their compliance with regulatory standards. The healthcare team, including doctors, nurses, clinical officers, and laboratory technicians, acted within their scope of practice and followed established protocol for managing obstetric emergencies. Their prompt response to the patient's postmortem, including the administration of oxytocin, IV fluids, and oxygen therapy, reflects their competence in handling critical situations. To further enhance operational and professional efficiency, the hospital has implemented several measures. Regular continuous medical education sessions are conducted to keep the staff updated on the latest guidelines and best practices in maternal and neonatal care, particularly in managing emergencies like postpartum. The facility has also prioritized team training and emergency obstetric and newborn care to ensure a coordinated and effective response during crisis. The activation of the maternal and perinatal death surveillance and response committee further underscores the hospital's commitment to accountability and continuous learning from advanced events. The dedication and professional of the staff at Cheptalal Sub-County Hospital is commendable. The facility continues to invest in capacity building initiatives, including mentorship program and skill building activities to enhance the competencies of its workforce. By fostering a culture of continuous improvement and providing the necessary support to its personnel, Cheptalal Sub-County Hospital aims to uphold the highest standard of care and ensure the safety and well-being of its patients. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Okay, thank you, Honorable Vice Chair for Committee on Health. Let me allow 2 minutes for reaction to members. It seems as if no member would want to react. Question number 2, which was also sought by Honorable Ernest Rotich, MCA Mogosha Ward, from the Chairperson Committee on Agriculture, Fisheries and Livestock, on the expenditure of CDB donor funds. From the Chairperson, are you ready with a response? Yes. Yeah, kindly take the floor.
Honorable Speaker, I rise to give a response to a statement that was sought by the Honorable Ernest Rotich. Honorable Speaker, the Committee on Agriculture, chaired by myself, exercise of its oversight mandate under the County Assembly Standing Orders, considered a statement sought by the Honorable Ernest Rotich, where he requested a comprehensive report regarding the utilization of the donor funds under the National Agricultural Value Chain Development Program, dubbed NAFCDP, in Bomet County, where he wanted us to make outright breakdown of expenditure for the financial year 2023-2024, and of course the first 9 months of the financial year 2024-2025. Honorable Speaker, pursuant to the directions of the Chair, the matter was referred to the Committee on Agriculture, where I chair. Honorable Speaker, and in compliance with the committee, we did write to the CEC Agriculture, and they did submit its progress report dated April 2025, which the committee has analyzed, and now I want to present its findings to the House. Mr. Speaker, this is done in compliance with the standing orders number 201, and of course clause number 5, where we are mandated to scrutinize the undertakings of the Department of Agriculture. Honorable Speaker, I only want to give a background information on NAFCDP because the Honorable Member was very particular to specific units called wards. And I want to let this Honorable House and the public, I want to make them aware of what NAFCDP is all about, and allow me in less than a minute to read this statement, which is the executive summary, the national executive summary of NAFCDP. That the project implementation progress is a critical practice. It assists the project implementers, managers, and beneficiaries in tracking the progress of a project, as well as identifying any deviations, challenges, and areas of low performance, and taking corrective actions to deliver on project development objectives. The NAFCDP is to increase market participation and value addition. There is a keyword here, Mr. Speaker, for targeted farmers in select value chains. Mr. Speaker, NAFCDP is not for everywhere, it's not for every ward, it's not for every value chain. So the national objective is meant to increase market participation and value addition for targeted farmers. The keyword here is targeted farmers in select value chains in project areas. This means the programs of NAFCDP will not be realized across universally. Mr. Speaker, the aim was supposed to support 4.5 million small-scale farmers to transition from subsistence to commercial production in 34 counties countrywide, focusing on 16 agricultural value chains. And Mr. Speaker, in Bomet County, the project aims to reach 135,000 smallholder farmers spread in about 5,400 vulnerable groups along the 5 priority value chains. The purpose of me reading that one is to demystify the aspect that this one is not aimed at reaching at everywhere. Mr. Speaker, allow me to summarize the report because it's a very brief report. Honorable Speaker, upon analyzing the submission from the CEC, and given that the National Agricultural Value Chain Development Project seeks to enhance market participation and add value to farmers' produce, its implementations fall squarely within the Department of Agriculture. Mr. Speaker, NAFCDP is a 5-year World Bank supported project being implemented in 34 counties, including Bomet. Honorable Speaker, I've said that in Bomet, the project targets only 135,000 farmers. I'm not well versed with the current population of Bomet, but my case tells me that the population is well over 700,000. So 135,000 is a small number. The 135,000 farmers are organized into 5,400 common interest groups, we call them CIGs, or vulnerable and marginalized groups, across 5 priority value chains. One is dairy, chicken, Irish potatoes, affogato, and pyrethrum. Mr. Speaker, the committee examined the submitted report and noted that the department highlighted the following key areas. Number one is that, and I want honorable members to take note of this because this is factual, Mr. Speaker, 4,636 common interest groups formed, with 98,711 farmers mobilized against a target of 135,000. Mr. Speaker, you see, this represents 76% of its achievement. Number two is that 162,232 farmers were registered under the e-Forger program for access to subsidized inputs. Mr. Speaker, this is factual because this will form part of the expenditure. The process of registering farmers, there was an expenditure incurred. The process of mobilizing farmers, expenditure was incurred. 25 circles, one in each ward, was established with 23 already automated, only 2 remaining, and inclusion grants of 21.3 million already dispersed. 27 farmer producer organizations mapped and supported. Kenya shillings 22 million in enterprise development grants approved for dairy value chain projects. Honorable Speaker, 175 agripreneurs were recruited, and by the time they were giving us this report, the same agripreneurs were undergoing training. I'm reliably informed that they completed their training and are already deployed for services in various parts of the county. Mr. Speaker, proposals developed for Ndanai Fresh Produce Market and Berur Aggregation Center. By the time this report was given to us, there was a proposal. As we speak, the markets are under construction. Honorable Speaker, concept notes for Nogi, Ruet, and Jebara irrigation projects were already approved and were awaiting feasibility study for the program of irrigation to take off. Mr. Speaker, as we speak, the same was completed. 4,338 lead farmers were identified with 1,790 trained across all wards. Honorable Speaker, worth noting is that out of 271.5 million dispersed, including counter funding from county government, which was 5 million, Mr. Speaker, only 158.4 million had been spent by May 2025, representing a 58.4 absorption rate. This one is worth nothing, Mr. Speaker, because if funds are available and the department is not using it, then it's worth nothing. So it's 58% by March. Honorable Speaker, there is the financial expenditure breakdown. Funds dispersed. August 2023, International Development Authority had dispersed 67 million, and there was no counterpart funding. In April 2024, IDA had also dispersed 186,050,000 with no counterpart funding. July 2024, the IDA dispersed 13 million with no counterpart funding. And in September 2024, there was no disbursement from IDA, but the county government had dispersed 5,002,000 as counterpart funding, making it a total of 271,500,011,415 shillings. The committee noted that between August 2023 and September 2024, Bomet County received a cumulative total of 271.5 million under NAF-CDP, comprising 266.5 million from the International Development Authority or World Bank and 5 million as counterpart funding from county government. Expenditure classification has been tabulated in a table that I've already shared with the members for their own perusal and consumption. Mr. Speaker, when you look at how it was expended, you look at the component producer capacity, the climate smart investment, and the component for coordination, M&E. Mr. Speaker, you will see that the total expenditure as at that time is 158,558,646, representing 58.4% absorption. The committee noted that no donor funds were received in the financial year 2022-2023, and by March 2025, a total of 158.56 million had been spent under NAFCDP. Mr. Speaker, leaving a balance of 113 million unutilized. The committee further observed that while expenditure has been concentrated on farmer mobilization, agripreneurs and training, critical physical infrastructure such as irrigation and market facilities continues to lag behind with no tangible outputs on the ground despite significant allocation. This is what not. Mr. Speaker, when you look at the expenditure and the vote, you find that there is concentrated expenditure on farmer mobilization, agripreneurs and training, but the critical physical infrastructure such as irrigation and market facilities were lagging behind. And the committee is doing corrective measures. We've engaged the CEC on the same, and their concern was that they are waiting feasibility studies and the procurement processes to start construction. Mr. Speaker, however, there were challenges that were notable to the progress. The committee observed that the project has faced several challenges. Number one is the slow absorption of funds. Number two is delay in disbursement of margin grants to SACCOs. Number three is pending automation of 2 SACCOs and incomplete policy development in 10 SACCOs. Mr. Speaker, the farmer-led irrigation development, farmer-led irrigation, we call it FLID, farmer-led irrigation development project still at visibility stage with no physical work commenced. You know, this is a game changer. When you go to Nogirwed and Jebara, very little is going on. Inadequate ICT support causing disruptions in agripreneur digital systems. And of course, number 6 is social and environmental safeguard screenings in, Mr. Speaker, the environmental and social management plan, we call it ESMP, not fully cascaded to all investments. The committee made the following observations then, that upon reviewing the report, we now make the following observations. NAFCDP has made commendable strides in the community mobilization, SACCO formation and farmer registration, which form a strong foundation for commercialization. Mr. Speaker, however, progress on physical infrastructure is significantly delayed with no tangible outcomes on the ground yet. This is where farmers are looking at, the physical infrastructure development. The absorption rate is below optimal and may affect timely project delivery within the remaining 2 years. Remember, NAFCDP is a 5-year program, and we are remaining with less than 2 years as of now. While women and youth inclusion are emphasized, there is need for this aggregated data to monitor equity in participation and benefits. And of course, Mr. Speaker, when you look at the main objective of NAFCDP is targeting youth and women. And this one is a red flag for men because they may also suffer, Mr. Speaker, for non-inclusion. Finally, linkages with extension services through agripreneurs and lead farmers is innovative, but sustainability beyond project funding is uncertain. It is uncertain. It is. Because the project will lapse in 5 years. So sustainability after the exit of NAFCDP is uncertain. And therefore, the committee makes the following recommendations. That the department fast-tracks the implementation of farmer-led irrigation development projects and market infrastructure to deliver visible impact before project closure. Number 2 is that margin grants for SACCOs be expedited to enhance access to credit and strengthen farm organization. Number 3 is the department develop a clear sustainability strategy for entrepreneurs and lead farmers to ensure continuity after the exit of NAFCDP when the 5-year term lapses. Mr. Speaker, the department also to strengthen monitoring and evaluation and provide quarterly implementation updates to the committee, which they did, Mr. Speaker. Social and environmental safeguards should be cascaded to all ward levels to ensure compliance. And disaggregated data on participation of women, youth, PWD, and vulnerable marginalized groups should be regularly submitted to the committee to assess inclusivity. And in conclusion, Mr. Speaker, the committee recognizes the progress made under NAFCDP in Bomet County, and particularly in farmer mobilization, SACCO and FPO formation, and farmer registration. And pursuant to Standing Order 201, the Committee on Agriculture, Livestock and Fisheries, having considered the implementation status of NAFCDP in Bomet County for the financial year 2023-2024, adopts this report, and therefore, with your permission, has laid it before the House for consideration. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. God bless Bomet County and God bless Kenya.
Okay, thank you, Honorable Chair, for that comprehensive answer to the statement, and to allow members a few minutes to react. It seems as if no member would want to react. In that case, the report stand adopted by this honorable House. Yeah, thank you, Clerk. For majority.
Honorable Speaker, I beg to move the following procedural motion that notwithstanding the resolution made on 11 March 2025 at 2:30 p.m. approving the County Assembly calendar regular session 2025 and pursuant to Standing Order 28.4, this County Assembly resolves to alter its calendar so as to adjourn now until 2nd December 2025 at 2:30 p.m. and that the calendar of the 4th session, regular session 2025, be amended accordingly. As you are aware, Honorable Speaker, that there are some business that we are supposed to be done outside this House. For example, the ATPs which is supposed to be dispensed, the members are supposed to check out today on the same issue. Also, shortly after that, we have the Gaza Games which is coming next week. Thus, therefore, become necessary that this House adjourns, so that it resumed on the Tuesday, 2nd December 2025 at 2:30 p.m. Also, not knowing that these are months with festivities and there's a lot of pending issues, when we resume, we'll come to dispense before we go for long recess. I therefore request Honorable Catherine to second.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I second.
Okay, thank you. The motion mover and the seconder. I now want to propose the procedural motion that, notwithstanding the resolution made on 11th March 2025 at 2:30 p.m., approving the County Assembly calendar regular session 2025 and pursuant to Standing Order 28-4, this County Assembly resolves to alter its calendar so as to adjourn today until Tuesday, 2nd December 2025 at 2:30 p.m., and that the calendar of the fourth session, regular sessions 2025, be amended accordingly. And the floor is now open for debate. Honorable Eric.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I rise to support the motion that this House adjourns because of the business that has been mentioned. Honorable members, you might be, I know all of us are aware of the amount of work that we need to do in this season. And the reason why I support this motion is because we have to have time to attend to this other business that is falling due in due course. And of course now for those of us who are sports enthusiasts as well, we need to prepare for the Casa Games coming shortly. So I support the motion on adjournment, and I urge all the members to support it. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Nathan.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I also rise to support the motion moved by Majority Leader. Honorable Speaker, currently we are dealing with ADP, and for ADP, Honorable Speaker, we have some timeline, so I think it will be prudent for us to start working on the same, to allow us maybe pass the ADP in this house by early December, to allow the Department of Finance to work on the CFSP. So, Honorable Speaker, I want to urge honorable members that let's all avail ourselves when we'll be meeting for sectoral committees. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Okay, thank you. I now want to put the question that, notwithstanding the resolution made on 11th March 2025 at 2:30 p.m., approving the County Assembly calendar, regular sessions 2025, and pursuant to Standing Order 28-4, this County Assembly resolves to alter its calendar so as to adjourn now until Tuesday, 2nd December 2025 at 2:30 p.m. and that the calendar of the fourth session, regular sessions 2025, be amended accordingly. And will as many as are of a similar opinion say aye?
Aye.
Will as many as are of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Okay, thank you. Honorable members, I also want to echo the message passed by Chair of Finance, that we take these activities seriously, that is looking at the ADB by sectoral committees. When you will be called upon to meet, kindly let us all avail ourselves. I want to urge members that let's take this seriously and we expedite this business as soon as possible. I also wish you all the best as you prepare for Gaza Games. I know all the members have got areas to participate in, and I want to urge all of us to make sure that we have an area to participate, so that we will be able to win medals and make our County Assembly to shine. Thank you, Clerk.
Adjournment.
This sitting is adjourned to Tuesday, 2nd December 2025 at 2:30 p.m.